Hello and welcome. So we're going to be working with some intersecting chords today. And as soon as you see lengths with intersecting chords, you have the following property that the small length, which is going to be 2, times the longer length, which is x plus 9, is equal to, from the same thing on essentially the other chord where you have the smaller length, which is 3, times the longer length, which is going to be your 10x plus 10. All right, and that's it. That's how you set these up. So it's always small times large equals small times large. Now, if you can't really tell which one's larger between two lengths, well, that's okay because it's a multiplication. And that doesn't really matter in terms of order, right? 2 times 3 is the same thing as 3 times 2. So there we go. We set it up. Let's start solving. So let's undo these parentheses, distribute those numbers out. We get 2x plus 18 equals, distribute the 3, 30x plus 30. And now your goal is to solve for x. Now we have two x's, we have the 2x and the 30x. Combine them, right? Get everything, all of your x's together. So I'm going to subtract 2x to both sides. And then likewise, you want all of your x's on the same side, and we don't have any squares, so we want all of our numbers on the same side as well. So I'm going to move 30 over. I'll undo addition with subtraction. And then from there, we have negative 12 equals 28x. And then at that point, you're practically finished, right? Now you have 28 times x. We undo multiplication with division, so divide 28 on both sides. And now we get x is negative 12 28ths. Now, from here, you just got to simplify to find your x values. Now, in this case, we're rounding to the second decimal place, meaning we don't actually need the fraction. So if we put this right into a calculator, so go to a calculator, we put in negative 12 over 28, we get 0.42857, so on and so forth, right? If we want this as a decimal, specifically to the second decimal place, to your hundredths, that'll be 0.43, because the 8 will round up, so negative 0.43. Negative 0.43, and there you go. That would be your solving for x. Now DE is this lovely chunk right there. Okay, that's running from the point D to the point E, so that'd be the yellow portion. And now it says, what is that length? Well, we know that the length itself is x plus 9. Did we not just find x? Yeah, we did. So all we do is we just got to go back to your calculator and essentially just add 9, because that's x plus 9. And then we get 8.57, right? The one will round down, and that is your from D to E. And then the last one is kind of the interesting blank here where it says the radius of circle F. Remember that dot with a circle around it? That literally just means a circle, okay? So we're looking at radius for the circle of F, and we'd say, all right, well, let's think about what a radius is. A radius is anything that goes from the center of the circle to the outside, right? That is a radius. Well, don't we also have a radius going that way? Yeah, we do. And then from D to B, right, from this side to this side, that's what we like to call a diameter. All right, that whole thing is the diameter, which means that's going to be x plus 9 plus 2, because that's the entirety of those lengths, which means that the diameter is x plus 11. Well, if we know the whole thing, the diameter is x plus 11, how does the diameter relate to the radius? If the diameter is the whole thing, then the radius is only half of it. So all we have to do is we say, okay, you know the diameter is your x value, which is that negative 12 over 28, plus 11. And that is your diameter. And we know that if we take that value and we half it, then that is the radius. That means your radius here is 5.2857, so on and so forth. Rounding to the second decimal place is 5.29. And that is it, 5.29. And that would be your radius. Okay, not too shabby. Thanks for watching.